Starting from Klaipeda Park and heading towards Giruliai, warming up at speeds of 35 to 38 kilometers per hour. We're kicking off our exciting MTB ride at the picturesque Klaipeda Park. This is where 17 eager participants gather, ready to take on the challenge and enjoy a day of high-speed mountain biking. The atmosphere is electric with the buzz of anticipation as everyone makes final adjustments to their bikes and gear. The path takes us through the scenic surroundings of Klaipeda Park towards Giruliai. It's a perfect way to get the blood pumping and the muscles ready for the intense ride ahead. The group stays tightly packed, maintaining a steady pace and enjoying the evening freshness. So we pick up speed. We start passing other cyclists and runners with ease. Our speed, well above theirs, creates a thrilling swoosh as we zoom past them, giving them goosebumps. The rush of wind and the sound of our tires on the pavement amplify the adrenaline rush. This is what high-speed group cycling is all about. Power, speed, and the sheer joy of the ride. The race itself is 60 kilometers long, taking nearly 3 hours to complete. We navigate through the areas of Klaipeda, Kalote, Kretingale, and Karkle, pushing our limits and enjoying the camaraderie of group cycling. My total ride distance extends to 85 kilometers as I commute to and from the start position back to my home. The additional distance adds an extra layer of challenge and satisfaction to this exhilarating evening. Quickly, the warm-up part ends as we turn off the main cycling pathway and onto a gravel road. Here, the pace ramps up significantly, and the slower riders begin to fall behind. Because I was near the end of the peloton, I lost the initial grip on the group and found myself struggling to catch up with the main peloton. My inexperience showed as I made the mistake of drafting behind weaker riders, which caused delays, losing the draft from the front riders who sped away. I realized it's crucial to position yourself in the first half of the peloton. A mistake was costly, as trying to catch up with the main group alone required 50% more energy compared to riding in a draft. This effort was a significant energy drain, highlighting the importance of strategic positioning in group rides. Despite the challenge, I pushed myself hard, determined to rejoin the main group. The gravel road was unforgiving, and riding solo required me to dig deep into my reserves. The physical exertion was intense, but it was all on. A valuable learning experience in the dynamics of group cycling and the importance of maintaining a strong position within the peloton. Soon my energy levels began to drop, and the distance between me and the main peloton continued to grow. Every pedal stroke became more challenging as fatigue set in. Despite my best efforts, the gap kept widening, and I could feel the strain of riding alone without the benefit of the draft. As the ride progressed, the reality of my situation hit me. I had expended too much energy too early, and now I was paying the price. The peloton was out of reach, and I had to find a way to manage my energy levels and keep moving forward. It was a tough lesson in endurance and the importance of pacing. After several kilometers of struggling alone, I finally caught up with another rider who had also fallen out from the main group. Together, we joined forces, realizing that teamwork could help us manage the remaining distance more effectively. Riding with a partner provided a much-needed boost to my morale and energy levels. With the two of us working together, we were able to share the effort and maintain a more consistent pace. Drafting off each other, we conserved energy and found a rhythm that allowed us to continue pushing forward. The support of a fellow rider made a significant difference, reminding me of the importance of camaraderie and cooperation in cycling. Despite the earlier setbacks, our combined efforts helped us regain some momentum. We tackled the challenging terrain and pushed through the fatigue, determined to complete the ride. This experience highlighted the value of perseverance and the strength that comes from riding with others. As the ride continued, we faced new challenges on the fields and gravel roads. I was pushing hard, barely holding my breath with my heart rate often soaring into the red zone of over 180 beats per minute. The effort was grueling, but I kept plowing through, determined to reach the finish line. The steep uphill sections were taking a toll on me, pushing my endurance to its limits. Each pedal stroke required immense effort, but I felt a sense of determination knowing that the checkpoint was close. The anticipation of a brief stop kept me motivated despite the physical strain. Unfortunately, just as I was nearing the checkpoint, my GoPro camera battery went low and switched itself off. Despite the setback, I pressed on, focused on reaching the finish line. I managed to reach the finish within the cutoff time, securing the 9th position out of 17 riders. I fell just a mere 5 minutes behind the first group, a testament to the hard work and perseverance throughout the ride. It was a challenging but rewarding experience, proving the importance of resilience and determination in cycling.